Okay. This is what the story's like. Oh, Tuxie. Can you please be on camera for a second? Come here, little boy. You're such a good boy. You are. You just sit at my feet and you're a good boy. He's not 20 pounds. I think he's 17 pounds and 6 months old, and I've been training him very carefully. So this is case number 13-0006, and it's the voluntary statement supplement taken by a different officer named Smith. I know, another Officer Smith. Sorry, my arm, I only have one hand that works, that can hold any weight. This other arm here, it hurts if I hold as much weight as a spoon even. I feel like it's like whiplash in my neck from just being pounded against a big, hard, unmoving object. So this is how the story goes that I wrote. When I arrived at Holy Trinity by the Lake Church, a large man was standing in the parking lot. He was like way over by the, the doors to the side doors to the side narthex. I got out of my car with my miniature dog, my little schnauzer, on his leash, and I followed him to the bushes that are next to the sidewalk. They're approximately 10 feet from the side entrance to the parish hall, and 20 to 30 yards from the church side doors. The man, I asked him who he was, and he said he's Mr. McKee, Tom McKee, and I just recently found out that he's a retired Dallas policeman. And I asked him what authority he had, if he had talked to church staff or clergy. And I asked, if he talked to the vestry, if he was there, on any authority. And I asked, if he had any authority, and he said he had none. And so I told him he should let me pass or I would call the police. I tried to walk in the direction of the courtyard area that's by the, the back doors of the church, like where you enter the office. Because that's where I've tied Tuxie in the past. Because, I sit right by that side door so I can get out if I'm feeling claustrophobic or something. If I'm feeling anxious, I sit by that door so I can get out. Because I have a real hard time going to church because a priest abused me. A youth minister abused me. Things happen, people. Going to church is hard. Fear and trembling for a reason. So anyway, I tried to walk in the direction of that little courtyard area, and he butted me with his belly repeatedly. He butted and he pushed me across the parking lot, just approximately 20 yards. I told him he was hurting my shoulder, and he slapped it repeatedly with an open hand. Joe Saylor witnessed this and asked Mr. McKee to stop hitting me. That's when I broke away and I ran to the church building, screaming for help. I knocked and I banged and I kicked the doors and windows, begging and screaming for help. Some friends of McKee appeared outside long after the time when he had me pinned against the car. There was this one, I don't know who she is. She's real bottom heavy. She's extremely, pear-shaped. And she was out there calling 911 herself. I think she was taking video. I'm not sure what she was doing out there, but she was saying, he's not hitting you, you're hitting him. And fact of the matter is, I was just trying to move in open space, and he would not give me any space to move. He was smashing into me. So people told the police that he didn't hit me. They lied. I was battered and assaulted, both simple assault, which I have proof of on video, because assault doesn't even require contact. He assaulted me by threatening me, by not letting me pass a place that I had the right to pass to. And then he actually made contact with me. And then when I told him that my shoulder was hurting, he was slapping my shoulder with intent to hurt my shoulder. He didn't slap me in the other shoulder. He, like this, with an open hand, like this. He batted at me. Y'all, if y'all have looked at my videos, I have a video when I was first accosted by him. And he identifies him as not having any authority. He identifies himself as not an authority. But he still pushed me around. And I don't know what hurts more, that this man was pushing me around, or that when I was screaming for help, nobody came. I saw Dwight through the church windows, and I was banging on the door for help. And he locked it and held the doors against me. I was screaming. I was like, I said, there's no peace out here. There's no peace out here. I said, he's hitting me. I said, he's hurting me. This man is hurting me. There's no peace out here. I yelled, help, help, help. I banged on the doors and the windows as hard as I could so I could be heard by my fellow parishioners. And nobody came to help me. Some people came out to join in on being mean to me. And nobody came out to help me. When the police came, they said that I had a warrant out of Kaufman County and they could arrest me for that. And I said that was fine with me. It's a warrant on an unpaid registration ticket in the Court of Justice of the Peace, Mike Smith. Mike knows where I am. If he wants to put me in jail for a ticket I cannot pay because I cannot work because I am ill, then let him. I will be happy to serve whatever time anybody thinks I deserve for not being able to afford my car insurance. Not car insurance, car registration. That too. If you want to jail me for being poor, jail me for being poor, I guess. And I do. I do not think you would have treated a white woman like this. I don't think you would have treated Marvis like this, or Gay. You certainly wouldn't have treated Gay like this. But I know Gay has been treated meanly in the church before. It's why she won't go to Sunday morning. I don't think you would have treated Zoe like this. You wouldn't have treated June like this. You wouldn't have stood in her path. You wouldn't have told her her only choices to deal with you is to consent or surrender. You wouldn't have treated Edie like this. They are heavily armed. They are quick, and Fort Worth police say these takeover-style robbers have already been violent. George Russell, who I have heard reports has snapped in anger. Oh, he really frightened me. He snapped in anger, just has these angry outbursts that are kind of out of the blue. Came and stood with his full height, grinning, blocking me from being able to knock on the church door. So you lock me out, and you don't let me knock. Though I beg and I beg, I cannot come in. I'm so sad. I'm so hurt. I feel so betrayed. I feel so hurt. Physically hurt and hurt in my heart.